Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We're glad that you're here. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
And together we're Backyard Musings. And as you're watching this, I am in Michigan.
Yeah, because Steve's going to move. He's deserting us from the People's Republic of California, and but it's a good thing.
I'm there for spring break to unload a pod that we had sent out weeks ago. We're going to unload that and come back.
And I'm going to make a prediction that he will be running for governor of the state of Michigan against Gretchen Whitmer.
Yep. She's 2 terms, so she's out. So it's
there you go. Then you're gonna run to replace her spot. Then I think you should.
I'm running to be area president for the church in that area. So. She said, "Oh dear."
I think you have a better chance of being governor. All right.
Okay, here we go. Inspired by how bones heal naturally, researchers have engineered a laser-structured hydrogel that could one day replace conventional bone implants. Bones fractured in a skiing accident often mend without medical intervention. Talked to Lindsey Vaughn about that. However, when a break is especially severe or a bone tumor must be surgically removed, doctors may place an implant to stabilize the area and help the bone knit back together. Would you like to know more?
Woo. Bless you. All right. These implants are commonly made from the patient's own bone, referred to as autografts, or from metal or ceramic materials. One major limitation of many current treatments is that harvesting autografts requires a second surgical procedure. Metal implants also present challenges. We know a guy that has titanium rods in his legs. He can't bend his legs because they are typically much stiffer than natural bone. They can loosen over time and reduce long-term stability. Does that also affect you when you're going through a PSA screening?
Yeah, it does. So our friend, that's from polio, right? The implant?
I don't know. I think you just have bad knees.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
okay, bone is not simply a hard, lifeless structure. It is a living organ filled with an intricate system of tiny channels and hollow spaces. Quote, for proper healing, it's vital that biology is incorporated into the repair process, says João Hu Qin, professor of biomaterials engineering at ETH Zurich. For healing to succeed, different types of cells must first move into the implant and establish themselves there before new bone tissue can form.
With this in mind, Kin and his team, working alongside ETH professor Ralph Mueller, developed a new type of hydrogel designed for future implant use. That sounds softer and better. So, Material has a soft, jelly-like consistency and slowly dissolves inside the body. Oh, it could potentially be customized for individual patients. The research describing this advance was recently published in the journal Advanced Materials on January 8th, 2026.
According to the researchers, bone repair naturally starts with a soft scaffold. Shortly after a fracture occurs, the body forms a hematoma or bruise at the injury site. This permeable structure allows immune cells and repair cells to migrate into the area while also enabling nutrients to flow in. It reminds me of what's that Wall-E, where the little robot things come out and they scoop things up and they clean up. That's what it reminds me of. Okay. A network of fibrin holds these cells together. Over time, this flexible framework is gradually replaced by solid mineralized bone.
The newly developed hydrogel is designed to replicate this early stage of healing. It consists of 97% water and 3% biocompatible polymer. To transform it from liquid to solid, the team incorporated 2 specialized molecules. One connects the polymer chains, while the other activates the linking process when exposed to light.
Okay, 11Q, a former doctoral student of Kin and Mueller, created the linking molecule specifically for this purpose. Quote, it enables rapid structuring of hydrogels in the sub-micrometer range, she says. When laser pulses of a specific wavelength strike the material, the polymer chains immediately bond in the exposed regions. The illuminated sections solidify at once, while the remaining material can later be rinsed away.
Using a focused laser beam, the researchers can shape the hydrogel into nearly any desired form with exceptional precision. Wow. The smallest features they can produce measure just 500 nanometers. That's pretty small, right?
Tiny.
You're the nano
Tiny.
guy. Quote, hydrogels resemble jelly, making them difficult to shape, says the ETH professor Kin. With our newly developed connecting molecule, we can now not only structure the hydrogel in a stable and extremely fine manner, but also produce it at high writing speeds of up to 400 millimeters per second. That's a new world record, unquote.
Wow. Huh.
Okay.
This combination of speed and fine detail allows the team to construct delicate internal patterns that closely mimic natural bone. In their study, the researchers created complex structured hydrogels that resemble real bone and feature a fine network of bone trabeculi. They use medical imaging as a template.
Even healthy natural bone is crisscrossed by a fine network of channels that are only nanometers thick and filled with fluid. Quote, a piece of bone the size of a dice contains 74 kilometers of tunnels.
Dang.
Says Kin. Yeah, that's a lot, right?
Yeah. Size of a dice.
Got to be pretty small tunnels.
Yeah.
By way of the comparison, the longest railway tunnel in the world, the Gotthard Base Tunnel, measures 54 kilometers. Wow.
Huh. To date, the material has been tested only in laboratory settings, but Scott will be our first test subject. In these in vitro, without breaking a smile, in these in vitro experiments, bone-forming cells quickly settled into the structured hydrogel and began producing a collagen, a crucial building block of bone tissue. The tests also showed that the material is biocompatible and does not harm these cells. The team has patented the underlying material and intends to make it available to the medical industry.
Ultimately, Kin hopes the hydrogel-based implant will be used in clinical practice to treat bone injuries. Additional research is still required. He is preparing to begin animal studies in partnership with the AO Research Institute Davos. These studies will investigate whether the materials encourage bone-forming cells to migrate in living organisms and whether it can restore bone strength over time. So I'm thinking, my oldest son is 40, and he was told that he needs to have 2 hip replacements.
Oh, my hips were hurting today. Ooh.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if this could be because he's got, it's bone on bone. And actually, they told him he could have one, and then in probably a year or two, he need to do the other one. And I'm wondering if they can put this in instead of what is in between the bone? It's cartilage, right? Cartilage.
Yeah, cartilage.
I wonder if this will replace that. That would be very cool. They could inject that in there.
They can use the laser to sculpt it. Yeah.
And then to cushion the bone. Huh. Interesting. I have to keep an eye on this one.
Yeah. Send this episode to him so he can check it out.
Yeah, he does not want to. He does not want to do the hip replacements because they told him that he'll never be able to run or do any kind of severe exercise like hiking or he can walk, ride a bike, but nothing severe. And he's an active guy. He likes to go out there and mix it up with his kids. So anyway, I will do that. I'll talk to him about this.
All right,
see you this afternoon.
We'll see you this afternoon.
Thanks.